Hello friends, welcome to today's class. I'm super excited to have you here. Today's class is going to be done in a slow flow yoga style, and the focus is going to be on abduction. So this is movement of the limbs away from the core, the center of the body. Before we get started, I just want to show you my socks. I'm very excited about them. I hope you could see them. My mom got me them for Christmas and I just thought they were super cute. So anyways, let's go ahead and get ourselves prepared for our class today. So you might like to have with you a bolster, a yoga bolster if you have one at home. If not, you can use a pillow, a cushion, a folded up blanket or towel. You can get creative, just use what you have. And I would recommend having a set of blocks. They do come in handy throughout the practice, so if you have those at home, I would say grab them. Bring them alongside your mat. Otherwise, I think that's all you need for today. So let's go ahead and get seated in a comfortable position. So a comfortable seat to you might mean extending the legs out in front of you. Maybe this is sitting cross-legged. Maybe we use our blocks to support underneath the knees, or maybe to prop the seat up. Closing the eyes down and taking a moment just to land here, to arrive on your mat today. When we create space to sit quietly, the body and the mind often start to speak to us, and so notice what comes through first. Is there a thought trying to grab your attention, or maybe a sensation in the body that is coming alive? Notice what speaks to you here in this moment now. Begin to notice the rate of your breath and how it's cycling through your body. Is your breath coming in short and shallow? And if so, can you begin to deepen it, allowing the breath to become more expansive within the body, to take up more space? Inviting in full, deep inhales and slow, steady exhales. Perhaps you place a hand over your low belly and one over your heart. On your next breath in, take that breath all the way down into your belly and feel your belly expand, rising to meet your hand. As you exhale, notice how it drops away. Inhale, feel the belly lift. And then carry the breath up through the ribs. Let the ribs expand. Exhale, ribs come in and belly softens. Inhale into the belly, the ribs, and then carry the breath up into the chest, the heart space. Feel your top hand lift. Exhale, reverse order. Heart softens, ribs contract, belly lowers. This is 3-part breath or Jarga Pranayam. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. Inhale, belly, ribs, and chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, then belly. Continue this breathwork pattern at your own pace, finding your own rhythm here. Beginning to play with this idea that we can send our breath to different places within our body. And on your next exhale, let your hands come down to the thighs or the knees, resting on the body. Release this pattern from your breath and just come back to your normal breathing rate. As you're ready, slowly blink the eyes open, and if you have the hips supported on any of your props, just take them off to the side now. From here, let's pull the left foot, the heel, in towards the body, and then bend the right knee and we'll catch the foot out in front of us. You might use both hands to reach for the sole of the foot, or maybe just one, and your other hand comes back behind your thigh. This pose is hand to big toe pose. And so from here, just play with pressing through the heel and straightening the leg, maybe just a little bit at a time, and then drawing the knee in towards the chest. And we want to be really mindful here of noticing if there's a little shake or tremor through the body. This is your sign that you're going too far in your stretch. So if you're anything like me and you have really tight hamstrings, then just be really mindful of working with your body and not against it. A little shake or a tremor when we're working on strengthening is good, but in stretching it can actually be more harmful. It means we're crossing over what is safe for the body. So just play with finding where your sort of boundary line is and then working within that. And from here, let's play with taking the right foot over to the right side. You can extend your left arm out to the side, sort of as a counterbalance here. But notice if you're losing the integrity of your spine, if you're starting to round through your low back. See that you can stay upright on your sit bones, anchor them down into the mat, and it may be helpful to think of letting your left knee sink or get heavy down towards the ground. If we have really tight hips, as we abduct the leg or take it away, you might notice that you have the tendency to lift through your bent knee. So anchor that down, anchor through the sit bones, maintain a tall, long spine and a strong core. From that place, we take the foot out to the side. Again, play within your range. You'll feel when it gets to be too far for you. And then maybe here we play with bending the knee or pressing through the heel. You may not be ready to straighten the leg right away, and that's okay. You just work with where you're at today. Maybe you play with bringing the foot in through center and then out to the side. Great, now place the right foot back down on the mat and scoot your left heel closer to your right hip. So your knee will be pointing towards the front of the mat, and step the right foot over on the outside of the bent leg. And then find both of your sit bones connected down into the mat. If you lose this connection or you notice your seat is sort of pulling to one side or the other, then I would say to extend the left leg out long in front of you. So whether you're working with both knees bent or one leg extended, find the option that works best for you, and then breathe in to find length through the spine. And you can use this leverage of your left hand or your arm around the front knee. I want you to draw the knee in towards the body, really focusing on the stretch that you feel through the outside of the right leg and into the hip. Let your right fingertips rest beside your hip and then twist first from the base of the spine, carrying it up into your chest area, moving the upper body over to the right. You'll hear some teachers instruct to follow this twist all the way up through the head and neck, but today I want you to keep your chin centered with your heart. Focus more on the stretch through pulling the bent knee in and taking the heart and the upper body over to the right. Deep breath in. And a slow, steady exhale out. Unwinding through center, let's twist over to the open side, both hands coming alongside the left hip. Find length through the spine. And then as you exhale, maybe folding over to the left. Deep breath in. And slow, steady exhale out. Unwind back through center, uncross the legs. Hugging the right heel in towards the chest this time, and catch the sole of the left foot as you extend it out. Anchor through the sit bones, find length for the spine, and keep the right knee heavy. Begin by pressing through the heel as you straighten the leg, maybe just a little bit at a time, and then bending the knee and pulling the limb in towards the body. Maybe there is a different sensation to note on this side than what you noticed the first time. The more that we can get to know our body and how it likes to move and what our boundaries are, we can play within that. And understanding how stretching feels good in our bodies is also helpful to our horses, so that when we stretch our horses out, we sort of have an idea, we can relate to what they feel as well. Then as you're ready, you take the left foot into the left hand, open out to the side. Keep your spine upright, don't let yourself collapse or round back. Maybe your right arm extends out to the side as a counterbalance, or maybe you ground down through the knee, or just rest your hand on the mat beside you. You can come in and out if movement feels good, or you can bend and straighten. Explore the sensation of movement in your own body. Just comparing one side to the other. Then placing the left foot down, scoot your right heel over towards your outside hip. Step the left foot over. Again, you can choose to find the double cross for the knees or extend the right leg out in front of you as you prefer. Inhale, find length for the spine and pull the top knee in, hugging it in towards the chest. Notice how this changes the stretch through the outside hip. As you breathe in, take the heart over to the left. Deep breath in and a slow, steady exhale out. Unwind back through center and twist over to the right. Let your hands come down and maybe let your body sink down. Exhale, unwind, come back through center. Sweeping your legs around, we'll come forwards into a tabletop. So find your wrists stacked underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. Start by finding your flattest back. So notice if you already are starting to drop the belly low and find a rounding or banana back. What would it feel like to find a flat back and a little tuck for the tail? From this place, inhale, drop the belly low, take the heart forwards. Take the gaze to the front of the mat. Exhale, press into the palms around the spine, tuck the tailbone, chin to chest. Inhale, drop the belly low. Find cow pose. Exhale, round the spine for cat. Coming back to your neutral tabletop, and then extend the right leg back. Keep your hips square, so instead of lifting the right hip so that it's higher than the left, keep them the same height, the toes pointing down. Breathe in and out. On your next inhale, sweep the right leg out to the side, and then exhale, come back through center. Inhale, sweep it out. Exhale, bring it back in. Just play with a sideways motion for your extended leg. And if you would like it to feel more challenging in your body, you might take a balancing table, either floating the left hand or extending the left arm out in front of you. If you would like to work with just the sensation through the core, the hips, the leg, then keep both hands planted and just play here. On your next inhale, sweep those right toes around to the other side, placing the toes down. And take a peek over your left shoulder, press through the heel, find a little pulse. Come back through center, draw the knee in towards the chest and start to make some circles, rotating through the hip joint on the right side. Moving first in one direction and then the other. Just checking in, noticing what there is to notice and feeling what there is to feel. Bring the right knee down, we'll switch sides. Left leg extends out long, point the toes down towards the mat. Inhale to sweep the leg out to the side. Exhale, come back through center. If you would like to make this more challenging, you might float the right fingertips or maybe extend the arm out long. This is optional, totally your choice. Then cross the toes over to the right side of the mat, place them down and pulse through the heel. Look over your right shoulder. Inhale, bend into the knee and start to draw some circles as you bring it back through center, rotating through the left hip joint. First in one direction and then the other. And settle both knees down and tuck your toes. Walk your hands about one palm print forward as you send your hips up and back for downward facing dog. If you have socks on, now might be a good time to remove those. Then as we meet in our downward facing dog, soften the knees so that you can send your belly towards your thighs. Press into wide spread fingers. Release the back of the head and neck. Maybe shaking the head yes, or side to side for no. Perhaps you paddle out the feet in your down dog, first bending one knee and then the other. Exploring the pose in your body, noticing what there is to notice and feeling what there is to feel. Then as you inhale, look forwards towards the top of the mat and walk your feet Taking little steps until you get to the top. Fold your upper body over your legs. Keep a nice, generous bend in the knees. If it feels good, invite in a sway for the upper body, rocking from side to side. You might reach your hands for opposite elbows. And let your arms dangle as we round the spine, working our way to stand. Rolling the shoulders up towards the ears and then down and back along the spine. Let your arms come alongside the body, the palms face forwards. Tadasana, mountain pose. Lift and spread your toes as you anchor through the feet. Inhale to sweep the arms up to the sky and take your right fingertips reaching over for your left wrist. Inhale, reach tall through the left arm. Exhale, reach the arms up and over to the right side. Take your weight into the right foot and you might play with floating the left toes. Maybe they come just slightly off the mat, or maybe you reach farther over to the right, letting the legs swing out to the side, a little or a lot. Inhale to come back through center, switch the clasp of your hands, anchor through the left foot, reaching tall, and then exhaling to go over to the left. Maybe we play with floating the right toes or extending the leg out to the side. Beautiful. Come back through center and fold over the legs. Inhale to lift halfway, bringing your palms to your shins or your thighs. Find a flat back. Reach through the crown of the head. Then exhale, fold over the legs, plant the palms and step the right foot back. Bring the knee down, untuck the toes. You might want your blocks here, bringing them underneath the shoulders as we come to our low lunge. Checking that your knee is stacked over your front heel and not passing forwards of it. Give your body a breath or two to settle into your lunge. I feel a lot of tension through my hips today, and so already my body is speaking to me here. An invitation to find some movement as you exhale. Send your hips back and peel the front toes back towards your face, but keep your hips square and pointing to the front of the mat. You can walk your blocks underneath your shoulders. This is Ardha Hanumanasana, half splits. Then inhale, come forwards back to Anjanasana, low lunge. Sink the hips low. Exhale, you can flow back and forth with your blocks. Or perhaps you just let your hands rest down on the mat. Checking in with this part of the body. And when you feel ready, let's inhale to sweep the arms up high to the sky. Exhale, bring the palms together through heart center. Beautiful. Inhale, reach tall. And this time, as we exhale, we'll bring the palms through heart center and send the hips back, half splits. Inhale, arms rise, and bend the elbows to cactus the arms open. Exhale, hands to heart, send the hips back. Inhale, low lunge, cactus the arms. Exhale, half splits. Beautiful. Come back through your low lunge and take the arms up to the sky once more. Inhale. Exhale, twist the upper body over to the left. Your right arm will reach forwards, your left arm reaching back. Take a breath in here. Then as you exhale, right hand floats down alongside your top foot. Reach the left arm up to the sky. Your gaze might follow up towards your top fingertips, or maybe just keeping it down, focused on the hand in front of you. Deep breath in. Exhale, sweep the left hand down, tuck your back toes, and we'll step back to plank. If you're working on building strength here, then bring the knees down. It's better to work with the body and find strength in the body than to rush through a plank when we're not actually feeling strong. So let's everyone start with bringing the knees down. And from here, you're going to hug your elbows in towards your ribs as you lower down. Keep the arms hugged in. Inhale, press into the palms and lift the heart forwards for cobra, keeping the tops of the feet pressed down, glutes engaged. Then exhale, tuck your toes and send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Soften your belly to your thighs, lift your tailbone high to the sky. Then inhale, look forwards, step the left foot forwards between the hands, the right foot rather, and then bring the left knee down, untuck the toes. Reaching over for your blocks, take a few breaths to settle into your lunge on this side. If you're not sure what your hips are doing, sometimes it's helpful to bring our hands to our hips and just find the tops of your hip bones, check in. Notice if one side feels like it's pulling more than the other. We want to keep them square and straight. Inhale in your lunge. Exhale, hips back for half splits. And you can play with how much you fold the upper body over the extended leg. The deeper that you fold, the more of a stretch you'll feel. So you can choose to stay upright, to work with your body here within this range, and then come down as you're ready. Or perhaps you choose to flow, coming through your low lunge and your half splits, moving back with your breath on the exhale and forwards on the inhale. And as you're ready, sweeping the arms high to the sky, exhale, palms through heart center. Inhale, arms rise, cactus the arms open. Exhale, round the spine as we send the hips back, bring the palms together to touch in front. Inhale, low lunge, Anjaneyasana, cactus the arms open. Exhale, round the spine, Ardha Hanumanasana, half splits. The next time that your arms are lifted, reach them up towards the sky and then sweep the right arm back, left arm forwards, find a twist. Then left palm comes down in line with the front foot, right arm reaching up to the sky. See if you can stack your arms one on top of the other. Gaze looking up towards the top thumb or maybe at the bottom foot. Deep breath in and slow, steady exhale out. Sweeping the right hand down, tuck your back toes and we'll step back to plank. Knees down, zip the elbows into the ribs as you lower with control. Inhale, take the heart forwards for cobra, and exhale, downward dog. Inhale to look forwards and walk the feet to the top of the mat, folding over the legs. Inhale, lift halfway, bringing palms to shins or thighs. Find a flat back and fold. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, palms through heart center. Beautiful. Come back through your Tadasana, taking the palms to face forwards. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. And fold. Plant the palms, step the right foot back. This time we'll stay on the ball of the toes as we sweep the arms up to the sky, high crescent lunge. Check in with your front knee and notice if it's sort of knocking in or out. See if you can keep it in line with your hip. Check in with both hips, keep them squared to the front of the mat. Sweeping the arms up high to the sky, bring the triceps alongside your ears. Exhale to bring the palms together through heart center. Inhale, arms rise, straighten through the front knee. And then exhale, bend into the front knee, sink lower as you bring your palms through heart center. Find this little pulse here in your high crescent. It's playing with your balance. Beautiful. Sink into the front knee once more and turn your back heel down and in so your toes are pointing to the side of the mat. Extending the arms out to the side. Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Your gaze looking down the middle finger of the front hand. Soften your shoulders down away from your ears. Deep breath in. Slow, steady exhale out. Beautiful. From here, let your right arm slide down your back leg or maybe sweeping behind your low back as we flip the front palm and reach up and over. Inhale. Beautiful. Exhale. Rest the left arm down on the front thigh and we'll sweep the right arm up and over. Turn your palm to face the back line of your body so your pinky will be down, your thumb up towards the sky. Find length through the right side body. And then play with pressing that right shoulder back in space to keep your heart open. So notice if you're sort of closing off the chest. Deep breath in. Slow, steady exhale out. Then inhale. Flow with your breath here side to side. Feeling strong and steady in the legs. Strong and steady through the core. Beautiful. Come back through your warrior 2. Bring your hands to your hips. Straighten through the left leg. We'll turn all 10 toes to face the side of the mat. Your heels in line with your toes, pointing straight forwards, and then walking your thumbs in towards your spine. Draw your shoulders up, down, and back along the spine, and hug the shoulder blades together. Open across the front of your chest. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, start to fold, hinge at the hips, and come about halfway, or once you start to feel a pull through the backs of the legs. Your blocks may be helpful here to rest your hands on. Maybe take a few breaths here. And when you feel ready, soften the upper body down. Release the crown of the head down towards the mat. So your hands can come all the way down, or you can stay on your blocks as you choose. Shake the head yes, and then no. Invitation to bend into one knee and then the other. Maybe we let the upper body dangle and just find a sway here from side to side. I invite you to get creative, explore movement in your body on your own. Whatever you feel called to do, don't be afraid to try it out. You might play with lifting and lowering the spine, inhaling to lift halfway and then exhaling to fold. And from here, begin to walk your hands over toward your left foot. Turn the left toes to the corner, the top corner of the mat. Your heel will come in. And we'll slowly start to bend into the knee as we sink our hips that way. For me, I find it really helpful to take a block to prop underneath the heel, just a little added support here. And sink the hips low and start maybe play with peeling the toes of the right foot up. Maybe it feels better to keep that foot resting down. So just notice what feels safer in your body. If you can come all the way down on the left foot, then feel free, but the block can be a really nice option here in Skandasana. On your next breath in, sweep the right arm up towards the sky. Find length all the way through the right side body. And as you're ready, lift the block from underneath the heel and start to straighten through the legs as you send your hips back through center, walking your hands over to the other side. Turn the right toes to the corner of the mat. Maybe lift the heel to place a block underneath. Sink the hips low. Let's find Skandasana on the other side. Sweep the left arm up and over if you like. Or maybe just play with feeling the sensation through the extended leg. Bend into both knees as you lift the hips, remove the block, come back through center, coming back through your forward fold, toes point forward once more. Now walk your hands over to the right side of the mat, turn your right toes to face forward, and then windmill the arms up as you come to stand, warrior two on the other side. Soften your shoulders down from your ears and look over your middle finger of your right hand. Inhale to flip the front palm, reach up and back. Exhale, come through your extended triangle, rest the right forearm down, sweep the left arm up and over. Your palm will face the back line of your body, thumb up, pinky down. Press your left shoulder back in space. And then flow here with your breath side to side. As you come through warrior two, we'll turn on the back heel, rotating all 10 toes to face forward. Your hips will close. Readjusting our stance to face the front of the mat. Check in with your hips, pointing forwards, and inhale, sweep the arms high, crescent lunge. We're on the ball of the back toes now. Exhale, bringing your palms together through heart center. Inhale, start to straighten through the front leg, reach tall. Exhale, bend into the front knee, sink the hips lower. Hands through heart center. Beautiful. Next time your arms rise, bend into the front knee, frame the front foot and step back to plank. Bringing the knees down or straight legs. This time it's your choice. Make sure you can maintain the integrity of your core if you have the knees lifted. Hug the elbows in towards the ribs and lower with control. Inhale, sweep the heart forward for cobra. Press into the tops of the feet. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Paddling out the feet. Now from here, let's extend the right toes up towards the sky. Three-legged dog. Then bend the knee, pull the heel in towards your glute and start to draw circles with the right leg. First in one direction and then the other. And as your knee comes through center, step the foot forwards, reach for a block. Take your block to the top right corner of your mat underneath the right hand. Now with control, very slowly start to take your weight onto the right foot, pushing off the back heel. Begin to straighten through your front leg, coming through half moon. So extend the left arm up towards the sky and start to open your upper body to the left side of the mat. Your toes of your extended leg will point out to the left side as well. This is a hard one, so if you fall out of the pose, it's okay. Just shake it off and then come right back. This one's taken me a long time to feel strong in my standing leg. You'll notice there's a lot happening here to hold you and keep you centered. So fall in and out of your pose as many times as you need to. And then as you're ready, look down. Bring the left foot alongside the right and fold over your legs. Shake out the head. Let the whole upper body get heavy. Inhale, come to rise, stacking your shoulders over top of your hips. Take the weight into your right foot once more. Bend the left knee. And just as we did our seated hand to big toe pose, we'll come back to that idea here. Again, if we were really tight, then you may just start with bringing your hands behind the thigh or at the back of the knee. You might try to reach for the foot. I really don't think I'm going to get there today. So my work is to start here. So just start where you are, work with your body where you are. And then from here, we'll play with taking the knee out to the side. So whether you have your hand to knee or hand to foot, there's a lot happening here. The standing leg has to balance and support you while we work with abduction of the left leg. Explore this movement in your own way, whatever feels good. Remember, if you fall out, it's totally okay. Then when you're ready, bring the left knee back down. Inhale to sweep the arms high and exhale to fold. Inhale, lift halfway, palms to shins, find your flat back. Exhale, plant the palms, step back to plank. Knees straight or down, it's your choice. Then inhale the heart for cobra. Exhale, downward dog. This time, we'll sweep the left foot up towards the sky and then bend the knee, taking the heel in towards your glute. Start to draw some circles with your three-legged dog. First in one direction and then the other. The next time the knee comes in towards the chest, stuff it through between the hands. Take your block to the top left corner of the mat. Push up off the back toes and slowly unravel your way into your half moon on the side. Take your time. I like to start with one thing at a time, so I find maybe the positioning of my leg first. Then I take my upper body over. Then I let the arm extend. You'll notice one side might feel a lot easier than the other. Maybe one side feels more challenging. This is okay. Just your body telling you where your work is. And bring the foot down, fold over the legs. Shake the head out. And round back to standing. Taking the weight into the left foot, bend your right knee. We'll find our hand to knee or hand to toe. Balancing on the other side. Then as you feel ready, taking the knee out to the right side. And coming back through center. As riders, we tend to have really, really tight hamstrings and tight through our low back. So this will probably be challenging for a lot of us. Beautiful. Now as you're ready, bring everything down, shake it out. And come back through stillness. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Find your flat back. And fold, plant the palms down. And step back, bringing first one knee and then the other, coming through your tabletop. From here, bring the toes together to touch as you walk the knees out wide. Send the hips back towards your heels and soften. Melt the heart down towards the mat. Come through child's pose. Take big, deep breaths here in your child's pose. Full inhales. Fill the belly, fill the lungs. Let the breath move and expand within your body. And then as you exhale, sigh it out. Do this as many times as you need to slow your heart rate. If you've noticed a little bit of heat in your body, exhale to release, let it go, let it wash away. On your next breath in, look forwards to your hands. Walk the hands over to the right side of the mat. Maybe our left palm will even come on top of the right. Inhale and exhale, melt your heart down. Inhale, look forwards, walk the hands back through center and over to the left. Same thing here. Maybe we stack the palms. Inhale, exhale, then come back through center, press into the palms. Going back through our tabletop, bringing your knees underneath your hips, and we'll sweep the legs around. Beginning to transition into our last pose, we'll be making our way down onto our backs. If you have a bolster or a pillow to support you, take it to the top of your mat and align your low back with the short edge. If you don't have a pillow or a bolster, then don't worry about it. Just come flat down onto your back. And we'll take our blocks, if you like, to either side to support underneath the knees as we bring the feet together to touch. Coming back to where we started at the beginning of class, except now we're arriving in a Supta Baddha Konasana, a reclined butterfly pose. Notice the pace of your breath, the rate of your heartbeat, the temperature of your body. Option to leave your arms extended out to the side, somewhere alongside the body, Or maybe we bring our hands to our low belly and our heart once more. Let's come back now to our Durga Pranayama, 3-part breath. Inhale to breathe all the way down into the belly. Feel it expand and lift your bottom hand. Carry that breath into the ribs and the heart. Exhale, reverse order, heart, ribs, belly. Take a few rounds here of your 3-part breath. When you feel ready to release this pattern, allow the arms, the hands to rest somewhere comfortable that feels good for you. Letting your eyes drift closed if they're not already. Beginning now to melt down into your mat. As we come to rest here in our supported variation in our final Shavasana, our resting pose. As always, I like to close our class with a little message for the collective. So today I'll be pulling from the Animal Spirit Oracle. So our card for the collective today is Rhino. There we go. Stability and calmness. The message for the collective from the guidebook today is, in the midst of chaos, I will keep my calm. Known for their thick skin and steady presence, these impressive creatures embody a sense of grounded stability. Despite the challenges they may face in their environment, rhinos stand firm and confident. They remind us that true strength comes from within, rooted in a deep sense of self-assurance and resilience. Rhinos showcase a remarkable calmness amid the chaos of the wild. They demonstrate the power of inner tranquility. By observing the gentle rhythm of their movements and their quiet confidence of their presence, we learn the value of finding peace within ourselves, even in turbulent times. In essence, Rhino teaches us to embody stability, calmness, and rootedness in our lives. We stand firm in our convictions, find peace amid chaos, and cultivate a deep sense of connection with ourselves and the world around us. If you would like to carry the message of this card into your day or your evening ahead, these are some affirmations that you might choose to adopt. I release tension and stress, allowing calmness to flow within me. I embrace change with grace and adaptability. I can always retreat to my inner sanctuary. There I will find peace, clarity, and calmness. Let's find a place somewhere on our body to rest our hands, maybe bringing hands to heart or hands to belly. We'll take one last deep final breath here in our practice together to close. Inhale deeply. Exhale through the mouth. Let it go. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. I hope to see you soon. Goodbye, friends.